There are few issues U.S. Republicans and Democrats can agree on these days, and support for Israel is no doubt one of them.
America will stand with its ally, Israel.
The United States continues to stand alongside our ally, Israel.
It is critically important that the United States continue to stand in full support of Israel.
Congress is united in its opposition to Jewish hatred and in support for our friend and ally, Israel.
Republican Speaker of the House Mike Johnson is right. Washington is an overwhelmingly pro-Israel town. But Congress hasn't actually passed any new funding for Israel since its war in Gaza began. And that holdup is not because of the small but growing number of congressional Democrats calling for a ceasefire. So what's taking so long? It mainly has to do with Republican upset over U.S. policy on the southern border. And, some argue, the presidential election in November. Confused? You're right to be. Here's a breakdown of why. President Biden is pushing for a $100 billion mega spending package that lumps together funding for Israel, Ukraine, and Taiwan. But after months of political back and forth, Republicans made clear they would not approve a spending package that did not include conservative reforms for U.S. policy on the southern border with Mexico. Finally, in February, Republicans got what they asked for. Their negotiators in the Senate achieved a border deal with Biden and the Democrats. But brief optimism again dimmed when exacerbated Senate Republicans announced,
"It looks to me and to most of our members as if we have no real chance here to make a law."
That's because members of their own party in the House rejected the deal on claims it did not go far enough. The Senate instead passed a bipartisan bill that only includes foreign aid, taking out those border provisions for further debate. That's it then, right?
The Republican-led House will not be jammed or forced into passing a foreign aid bill that was opposed by most Republican senators and does nothing to secure our own border.
Wrong. Speaker Johnson now says he won't even bring the bill to the House floor for a final vote because it does not include those southern border policies. But according to Democrats, here enters Donald Trump.
We crushed crooked Joe Biden's disastrous open borders bill. Crushed it.
Achieving a Republican-backed deal on the southern border would take away a major political talking point for Trump as he campaigns to unseat Joe Biden in November. President Biden put it this way.
And I say to the House members, House Republicans, you got to decide. You're going to stand with Ukraine, you're going to stand with Putin. We stand with America or with Trump.
So, a largely pro-Israel Washington has taken months to supply Israel with billions of more dollars for its war in Gaza, which has so far killed almost 30,000 Palestinians. But not because Israel's military campaign in Gaza has changed many hearts and minds. For most, it's just another example of dysfunction in a historically paralyzed U.S. government.